you're going to be a part of something bigly. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. I'm here to do my American Horror Story Code episode 4 review. So let's go ahead and get into it. Basically, the whole episode is about how Kai manipulates all these people and get them to join this movement that he's trying to do. And we find out a lot about Kai personally that we didn't know before this episode. So it had a lot of exposition. Like I said, it shows a lot of manipulation. And just overall, y'all, when I was thinking about this show, like the whole time I was watching it, I ain't gonna lie, low-key, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is on teeter-tottering on the edge of, like, complete just ridiculousness. But then when I thought about it, I realized that it's really very satirical. Okay, so that's kind of why it's so out there, you know. And if you look at what they're doing on the show or what Kai is doing, he's basically, this is like a blueprint for what's happening right now. It's not as extreme and ridiculous, of course, but it's still the same thing. Fear-mongering, pitting people against each other that would normally maybe be against each other, making people, you know, feel marginalized, or the majority feel like they are the minority or will be the minority, that their race is going to be extinct, and all type of crazy stuff like this. So to me, what he's doing is kind of what's happening now. People are getting so scared of everything. That's why they feel like we need walls and all this type of travel bans and everything like this. So let's go ahead and get into it. Beverly and Emma Stone's character, she didn't have a name that I knew of, or I just can't remember, Gigi or something. I can't remember. I just made that up. Okay, so they get into it at the election site. So she's reporting, Beverly is reporting from the election site, but then the dude tells her they're not even going to use that footage. So the other girl comes, Emma Stone's character. They have a little back and forth. So I realize now that we are in a flashback. So everyone is in line. This is the night of the election. You have Meadow and Harrison. I think that's his name, Harrison. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. We have Winter. And we have Ivy and Allie. Pretty much the whole cast. Everybody is in line. And they're, you know, discussing their different, you know, people they vote for, things going on, so forth and so on. So basically, Allie and Ivy say, you know, we're going to vote for Hillary. We're going to be a part of history. You know, Allie says, yes, I'm going to do it. But when they get in the booth, she votes for Jill Stein. Ivy votes for Hillary. Winter also votes for Hillary Clinton. You know, it was pretty much the typical, everybody, you voted for who you thought they was going to vote for, except for Meadow. Meadow wrote in Oprah's name, which was pretty cool. Dude comes in with Kai, and he's bleeding. And he's like, you know, at first you think, did Kai do something to him? But you realize that's not the case. The guy says he wants to cast his vote, and they slam and stuff. You know, my thing is, you wouldn't have been able to go into a voting center and act like that. They would have kicked your ass out, okay? They won't play that type of stuff. You know, not dealing with voting or whatever. They would have kicked your ass smooth up out of there, bleeding all over the damn place. So he brings him up in there, bleeding all over the place. He said he have a right to make his, you know, choice. So they let him go and vote, and when he comes out, he raises his arm up. He has cut his arm off so he can make it to the poll, child, to vote for Trump. And he said, welcome to Trump's America. I was like, Lord Jesus. Okay, help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. We start with Kai and Harrison. So Harrison and Kai met each other because Kai came into the gym, and he got some training sessions from Harrison. Now, we know that Kai studies these people before, you know, he even meet them. So he knows all about Harrison before, you know, Harrison even meets him. So he goes, you know, there. He's in the sessions with him. Basically, his boss says you should have been trying to upsell him two lessons ago, because he only signed up for 12 and this is his last session. But him and Kai, you know, they have formed a connection and they talk, you know, like real people. But then when he tried to hit him with the sales, you know, the sales pitch, Kai was like, just talk to me like a regular person. So in their talkings, we find out that Kai is an app developer. He's a genius. At 14, he was invited to join Mensa, but now he just spent most of his time at home, and he's obsessed with politics and world domination. Like, the funny part about it, it was the total truth. Like, he told no lies, okay? He told you exactly what he is, exactly who he was, and exactly what he's trying to do. Then he tells him, you know, because they talk about being gay, and he basically says, you know, I'm not gay, but, you know, if you was on my team, and, you know, you was a woman, and I would make sure, you know, I handled you, and if you was a man and you woke up ready to go, okay, like, I would make sure that you would know that you was loved. I was like, child, I guess he's really good at morphing into like whatever that person needs and wants in the moment. So that's really interesting about his personality. The head dude at the gym is kind of like a butthole to Harrison, and Harrison finds out from Meadow that they're about to lose the house that they're in. She did not tell him this. She handles all the finances, and they argue about this. She hits on him and try to like have sex with him, but he is gay, girl. He don't want you, girl. He don't want you like that, girl. So it's kind of like, to me, Meadow be feeding her own insecurity and like adding to her problems. Like, girl, why would you marry a whole gay man if you didn't, if you wanted to have sex with your husband? Like, I don't understand how, like, how, girl, how? So the head dude at the gym tells Harrison to go clean the shower because somebody, in the shower. But we see that earlier, actually that was Kai doing it in the shower, and, Harrison walks in and is watching him do it, basically. So when the boss finds this, in the shower, he tells Harrison to go clean it up. And so, he goes up in there, and Kai starts intimidating him, basically. I mean, Kai starts baiting him and telling him, he don't respect you, and, I think that you're great. And because he tells him about all his problems. They lose in the house, everything he has is about to be gone, and all of this. So he's just like, well, I think you're great. If I say you're great, you're great. And, basically selling him like, I need for you to believe in me. I want you to believe in me. Finally, Harrison falls for the bait. The boss is, doing pull whatever you call this, right? Okay. And so he goes over there and he's going to spot him, but really he crushes his throat with the bar, and then they get ready to leave. And, the guy wakes up. Now he has a chance to save him. Okay. But he doubled down, child, and he go ahead and kill him. He knock him upside the head with a weight, and it's really bad. Kai is a computer person, so he deletes all the cameras. He takes care of everything. And this whole time, what I didn't understand, when he was just like standing there like, how do you know this about me? How do you know the computers? Because he was like, the dude don't have no family. He don't have no kids. He don't have whatever. He don't have a wife. He don't have any kids. He don't have any family. And he was like, how do you know that about him? I mean, how do you know this about me? He was like, I've been studying you for a long time. He done got him to come fall into the fold, okay? Like, I'm thinking like, I know this happens in real life, so it's just weird to me that people do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could just tell you some stuff and you be like, oh, I believe in you. But Jesus had disciples, so hey, I guess you'll believe in somebody if they somebody that, I don't know. Kai gives me really Charles Manson type of vibes, okay? He give me that Charles Manson vibe with the curly hair coming down, all of that. Harrison is on the team. We're back at the hotel, and y'all, this part was funny to me. When Meadow was coming in, when she was trying to get that joint from them two guys, and she was like, I'll have sex with you for it, but, I lack experience, but what I make up for it with enthusiasm. Girl, just take it, girl. It ain't that deep, sis. Just take it, girl. That was hilarious to me. Y'all, I died. I say, it's bad, baby. Well, you can't even give it away? Baby, that's bad. She walks into the hotel room, and her reaction was priceless when she sees Harrison cutting the head off of the body of the boss in the tub with Kai. And she says, who is this? And he looks at her and says, someone to believe in. So that's how they enter the fold. We see Kai studying Beverly. We see him, really looking at what she's doing and really, trying to figure out her thing. Beverly was a reporter at the news station, and when she would do her reports, guys was running up screaming, grab her by the pussy, grab her by the pussy. So, they ran up every time she was on camera. And you can see, like, Adina Porter is such a good actress. Porter, I think that's her name, y'all. I might be messing her up with her last name, but I know her first name is Adina. But anywho, you can see, like, the character going left, and left. And when she lost it and grabbed that mic and started beating the shit out of them, I was here for it, because I probably would have did the same thing. You get tired of people running up on you over and over again. Okay, she was tired. She had checked herself into the hospital for like 30 days, to the mental hospital. So we already know she a little throwed off. I mean, Adina got that crazy eye on lock, y'all. Y'all seen that eye? She be like, she got that crazy eye on lock. You hear me? So Beverly, she back at the station. She is in competition with the young reporter, Emma Roberts' character. When she was slashing the tires, Emma's tires, because she had a little confrontation with her in the office. And so she was slashing her tires. And Kai walks up on her and starts talking to her. So he takes her to eat or to drink or something. He takes her to dinner. Where were they at? They were at the butchery that Allie and Ivy own. So he takes her there, and he's basically trying to convince her, that fear gives in her whole diversity talk about how she a black woman and how it's hard for a black woman. You do this, and this, and they still do this, X, Y, and Z. Giving him this whole diversity, talk, spiel, and he studied women's studies. We find that out too. So he really know how to talk to the women folks. She should not be, beating people up, or she should not be slashing tires. She should be slashing throats. That's what he says. So she says she doesn't believe in him. She don't even believe in herself. She was like, this is cute and everything, but I don't even, I'm not about to, child, no. And so she gets up and leaves. So I can see that Kai has a goal with her, because he was like, every great, person has a messenger, to speak this word of fear. So basically he wants to spread fear. We see now that Kai has an allegiance to no one. He's not a Trump supporter, or progressive, Democrat, independent, whatever, Republican. He's not none of that. His allegiance is to the fear that Trump inspires and brings. So he thinks that with fear, you can rule the world. I can come in and step in and say, I'm going to save you guys because everybody's so afraid. So her job is to be the messenger, to carry out that message of fear and spread it. Fake news, basically, is what we're talking about, people. Later on, we see Emma Watson's character doing a report at this little festival or something that's going on. She don't want to fool with the dog. Like, she played like a stuck-up girl so good. Like, she really does that. I hope that she's a nice person in real life, because she really plays this character very well. So anywho, the clowns start walking up behind her. Even when they're coming up to her, she was like, here come some people who just want some camera time. Like, she's still being snarky as they're walking up on her. Okay, the 3 clowns, and they stab her and the cameraman the hell to death. Dead to the dock. Okay? I was like, so nobody gonna see? Nobody gonna start putting all this stuff together that people just be dying? They just be like stabbing people? Like, nobody? No. Now we know who the clowns are. The clowns are Meadow, Harrison, and Kai. Those people are the clowns. Later on that night, after the murder, Beverly comes down. She runs and says, I heard about it on the news. They won't show the tape. But did you do that? And he says, yes, I would do anything for you. I try to show you that I would do anything for you. And she says, I believe in you. And then she says, we're going to have power. He says, we're going to have power. And then she says, equal power, when they hugging each other. But you can tell that Kai ain't with that equal power shit. He like, yeah, but he looked a little uneasy saying equal power. So that's going to be interesting. Another thing I want to say about Kai is that when he was watching that video with Beverly, he was taking pills, Adderall or some type of pill, okay, for ADHD or, well, that's ADHD. You can tell he's a genius, and he was on some type of medication. I want to say it was some type of medication like that. And so I think that once you separate for him from his pills, that's going to be a disadvantage for him later on, because they didn't show us those pills for no reason. So that was basically that storyline. The next one was with Ivy and Winter. Okay, I be calling her Willow, child. Why I call everybody Willow? Pray for me. If I have a daughter, I'm going to name her Willow, child, because I call everybody Willow. This girl name is Winter. Winter, summer, spring, winter. Ivy shows up to the protest, and she's getting in line, and they going back and forth with the guy, the same guy from the beginning of the show who cut his arm off, and they go back and forth, and he said he needs maybe you need somebody to grab you by your cootie cat, and so he grabbed her by her cootie cat. So Winter jumps in to get him, and he gets in the truck and he drives off or whatever. And so her and Winter start talking. Why come you ain't say you knew Winter already, girl, when y'all hired Winter to work up in your house, sis? Is you in the cult too, sis? What's really going on? They didn't tell us that this time. I don't think she knows, but she's lying. Okay, what's going on with that? Winter, asked her to go out to dinner. They go to dinner. They just talk. I mean, it wasn't no funny business going on. You know how Winter is, though. She be smiling at everybody, looking at you with them eyes like she looking through your soul. They had a little conversation, whatever, so they decide that they're going to get this boy back. She know where he works. They go to the grocery store. They tase him. They tape him up. They put him in the basement. They handcuff him to, the pipes or whatever. And so they talk to him back and forth, and tell him they're going to keep him from voting. And so they leave him, and then when they leave, Winter, sees Kai. He comes in, and they have a conversation. He asks her, how do it feel? She said it felt great. It felt amazing. And that, to me, was like a real Charles Manson moment, because he was like, tell me all about it. You notice that Kai don't do nothing. He do help with the murders, but for the most part, everybody else does it, and he just kind of orchestrates everybody. He sends them, what he do. He like to supervise. You understand what I'm saying? Kai comes in, and he starts giving the guy the speech. Those people who be mocking you, like Rachel Maddow, and this person and that person, and the monologue was so funny to me. Like, he was trying to rile this dude up because when Kai came in the room, the dude was like, "Are the polls still open?" For like 1 hour. Like the one-liners were taking me out. It was hilarious. Like I don't even know if it was supposed to be funny, but it was so funny. He says he's going to be a part of something bigly. Did you see that part? When he said you're going to be a part of something bigly. I died. Those bitches are mocking you, Rachel Maddow, and somebody else's name he called. And then he said, like, it was a mess. Like, the monologue was just, child, it was just like, really? Somebody wrote this? I know that they were crying, laughing in the writer's room when this monologue was being written, y'all, because it was so funny to me. The dude gets so inspired. He was like, this is the only way you're going to be able to stick it to them right in their faces. He gave him the Saw child, and the fool just started cutting his arm off. I said, if this ain't a scene from Saw, the first Saw, I don't know what is. Child, who in the world is cutting their arm off to vote for nobody? I don't think the staunchest Trump supporter will be out there cutting his arm off. That's what I mean by, like, ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And so basically they take us through where he went to the polls again. And, he showed everybody his arm and yada, yada, yada. Just like I said last episode, he is on some Charles Manson vibes. He is like the Joker, baby. He is only loyal to chaos. He wants chaos to ensue so he can say, I am the one. I alone am the only person who can fix it. Just like somebody else said in a speech at the convention, but I digress, honey. One thing I did want to say is that he really, like I said earlier, he knows how to work, what each person wants, and he kind of gives that to them. Metal gets a lot of attention. She's the person who created the clown man. She's an artist. So he praises her, and, he really kind of, and then when he was with Adina, I couldn't tell if, like, it was like a fatherly, I believe in you, because when she hugged him, that hoe had exhaled. Okay, I was like, bitch, you supposed to wait to exhale, girl. You ain't supposed to be exhaling. She was like, I was like, so do she like him? Is it like a romantic thing? When she was like equal partners? I'm kind of confused on that. I hope not, Jesus. I hope not, because that's quite gross. I also want to say that Evan, whatever his last name is, I don't want to mess, I think it's Ross, but I'm not sure. Evan, you cannot pull off stubble very well. Like, he have a baby face, and this little bit of stubble right here, child, is taking me clean out. I cannot. Why won't he get his roots done? Why? Okay, if your hair gonna bleed blue, the least you could do, the very least you could do is get your roots done, is all I'm trying to say. Like, I don't understand why you can't do that for us. I feel like Ivy, right now, we don't know if Ivy knows. Clearly she don't know about Kai and Winter and all of that. But like I said, she did keep that. She did keep the fact that she had already knew Winter and met her before from Allie. So I think that it's going to be a reveal later that she is a part of the cult, or she got something to do with what's going on. So that was pretty much the whole episode, guys. I want to hear what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. Have a great day. Peace.